Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video, and this is the start of a new series on the channel called Kakun Info, where I will cover videos about life in Japan and tips and tricks that will be really important for you if you want to move to Japan and live here. Although I do agree that there's a lot of content about Japan online, I think most of it covers the good side of Japan, like the traveling and being able to visit so many cool places in Japan, the food, etc. But I don't think there is enough videos about living here and all the things that you need to deal with if you want to move to Japan. So in this series, I'll try to cover all those boring topics that might not be discussed in other videos, but I think topics that are really important if you want to move to Japan and live here. So if you're interested in all that, do subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about life in Japan, moving here, and I'll try to answer them in this series throughout my videos. So this video is the first step. The most important thing is why move here. So if you know about Japan, you probably really want to move here. If you're interested in anime, the food and the culture, you'd really want to move here. But let me help you out with 5 reasons to move to Japan. And this video will cover all the positives, but if you want to know why not to move to Japan, go and watch this video where I talk about 5 reasons not to move to Japan. But in this video, all positives and reasons that I have decided based on my 6 years of living here. So currently my 7th year running. I have had a lot of experience like being a student here and now working a full-time job. So I wanted to use that and help you out and give you reasons if you already don't have them to move here to Japan. And at the end, I'll reveal a really special reason to move here, which is really important to me. And by the end of the video, I think that reason might really influence you to finally come and move to Japan. So the first and number one reason to move to Japan for me is the security of life, or how safe you feel in the country. So I'm not saying that the country of Japan is 100% crime free, but the way you feel safe in this country is really different from other countries. So here's one fact, that I have been here for more than 6 years, and for 3 years straight I never locked my door, because I never felt like I will be robbed or things will get stolen, and it became a really bad habit which I started to change after moving cities. I don't recommend doing that, but think about that. I didn't even think about locking my door for 3 years straight living in a city, and I had that sense of peace of mind that I will be safe. And I also had that experience where I was working part-time job at McDonald's, and I used to go to the job at midnight and return at 5 o'clock. And at the beginning, during my first year, my parents were really worried that, are you okay going out at night like this, going out alone? And the answer was always yes. No matter what time of the day you go out or at night, you're always more or less safe. You feel safe, and you never have to worry about any kind of crime or also things getting stolen. Even if you forget something at a store, on the bus or on the train, you will in most cases get it back. And I also tried to test it in this video of mine where I leave my earphone case on the train, and go and watch the video to find out if I actually find the case or not. But yeah, most of the time it's a really safe place to live in, and I think that peace of mind I get living here, not really having to worry about any kind of safety issues, that really helps me. Like whenever I'm driving or on the train, any kind of situation. In some countries you do have to think about the time of the day you go out or the places you go to, but in Japan over this last 6 years I never had any kind of worry, I think 90% or 99% of the time. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There are crimes here, and personally I haven't experienced any of them, but you will obviously, if you Google, you'll find the crimes that do happen here. But in most cases, in general life, everyday life, you will feel really safe living here, and I think that is really important, especially for me. Security of life, or being able to feel safe in a place, is really important, and that might be a reason for you to move here. The second reason to move here is the ease of travel, not only within the country but also within the city you live in. The public transportation system of Japan is really well renowned for their punctuality, and it's not wrong. And the way the system is maintained, it really helps you move around the city and also visit other cities really well. And I think that is really important. You'll enjoy not only being in the city you are in, but when you have your vacations, you can go and travel to different prefectures and enjoy different culture, festivals and food. And also driving here is great. although I only have driven in Japan, so I can compare it to other countries. If you have driven in Japan and your home country, let me in the comments below how is it different. But for me, it has been a treat. I love the clean roads, how it is well maintained, and also the different nature you can experience while driving in the countryside. So for me, driving is one of the things I love to do here in Japan. So definitely, if you come to Japan, the ease of travel you get is really convenient. You can go to different areas, the flights, the Shinkansen, the train, everything is well maintained and works in a really nice system. So the system, as I keep on referencing, is really important. It's really systematic and punctual, and that will really help you travel within the country. So if you're into that, do visit Japan or think about living here. The third point, which I briefly mentioned in point number 2, is nature. So if you're someone who's a nature lover, you will love it here in Japan. There's so much to explore here in Japan, and the natural beauty is really well maintained by the Japanese people. And the way they have different mountains, the rivers, and everything just works and looks beautiful. You will enjoy not only going to different prefectures, driving around here, you'll just be really happy opening your door and looking at the beautiful nature. Like no matter which city you live in or which prefecture you live in, there's some kind of natural beauty around you, and I think that is a treat. So if you're someone who loves nature, you should consider moving to Japan. And recently, camping has become a big thing here in Japan. They are calling it the camping boom. I myself started camping in Japan, and I absolutely love it. And it's really different from camping in other countries. Camping in Japan, as I say, is really on easy mode. So any campsite you go to, they have a toilet, shower, place to wash your stuff, and the campsite is well maintained, and that really makes camping easy for you. So if you're a nature lover, you love camping, also hiking here, the hiking trails are really well maintained. So for people who love nature, it's a treat to be in this country, because every prefecture has something different for you to go and explore. And I think the natural beauty is a big pull for tourists to come to Japan. But if you live here, it's a bonus. Like whichever city you live in, like when you open the door or when you go out for a walk, the nature really calls to you and you really feel at peace. And that is something I have felt no matter where I lived. I lived in the south in Kyushu, now I'm living in the middle Toyoshi, I visited in the north. Wherever I went, the nature was always there for me, and I think for nature lovers, it's a great place to be. The fourth point might be a bit controversial, but before I get into the point, keep in mind this point works only if you know good Japanese. By good Japanese, I mean N2 or N1 level. So what is the point? The point is the availability of jobs. So as you know, the population of Japan is slowly decreasing, so more and more jobs are opening up, but only if you speak good Japanese, N2 or N1 level. So although a lot of people might have different opinions about the job market, I have done job hunting myself here in Japan, and what I have seen is that jobs are available, but the Japanese level is really important. So with the decreasing population, the job market is opening up, and there's a really high demand for employees in different sectors, especially the IT sector. But keep in mind, working in a Japanese environment or company isn't easy. But that's not the point of this video. But if you really want to know about the experience of working in a Japanese company, let me in the comments below and I will definitely make a video about it. But yes, jobs are available here if you know the language. They are available in different sectors, so keep an eye out for that. But I'm gonna say it again, keep in mind that language is important. N2 or N1 is really important for you if you want to get a job here. But if you want to know how to get a job without the language skills, let me know in the comments below. I also know some tricks and tricks to get jobs in those sectors, so I'll try to cover that in a video. The fifth reason is something that I have thought about myself, is that I think Japan is an introvert's paradise. So what do I mean by that? So if you're in Japan and you're on a public transportation, or you're on a restaurant, or you're at the gym, no one will come up to you and strike a conversation or like bother you. For me, that is really important. If you're an introvert, you want to just do your stuff, do what you want to do, and just carry on. And it might not be the best condition for people who are more social, who are extroverts, but for me personally, I really enjoy that aspect of life in Japan, where I do what I want to do. No one's there to bother me. For example, when I go to the gym, I do my workout, I come back home. But if you go to the gym in other countries, maybe someone at the gym who you see every day might start conversation with you, and you might get to know the person, which is nice. Being social is good, but in Japan, not many people will come and approach you in the public transportation or at the gym or anywhere you are at. So that is something that might be attractive for introverts out there. So if you're an introvert, maybe Japan is the right place for you. You can just be yourself, do your thing, enjoy your life. No one's going to bother you. And let me in the comments below if you're an introvert, because I think this aspect of Japan's life in Japan is really underrated. Not many people talk about it, but yes, this condition of how everyone is just doing their own thing and no one comes up to and talks to you, which is nice. Maybe if you do go to the really countryside areas and if you're a foreigner, you will have the odd old Japanese grandma or grandpa coming to you and talking to you, but in most cases in the city, you go on the transportation, you go to shops, no one's bothering you, do your stuff, go home, enjoy your life. So that is something I really enjoy about life here in Japan. Before I go into the final special reason that you should move to Japan, I wanted to give two honorable mentions. First one is food. As you know, food in Japan is amazing. It's really well renowned, but not only local food, they also have international cuisine that is really top quality. But depending on a city, the availability of the international cuisine varies. But one cuisine that's available almost in all cities is Indian restaurants. What I've seen, whatever city I go to, I always find an Indian restaurant nearby. But if you go to the big cities, you also get different international cuisines, and the quality is really good. And the second thing that also relates to this is the customer service. So the quality of customer service in Japan, I think, is unmatched. The way you are treated as a customer, you will be spoiled. So when you go back to a different country, you won't like it how the people deal with their customers. But in Japan, customers are treated like God. And so in that, you just have God level food, God level customer service. So that is the two reasons that might influence you to move to Japan. So now for the special reason that you all have been waiting for. What is the special reason to move to Japan? Personally, I think Japan lets you shit like a king because of bidet. If you don't know what a bidet is, just watch this video.
I insist that I shit like a king. And I'm like, honestly, I completely understand it. Because once you get used to a bidet and you get the heated seat, you know, you get the little pressure washer, you can have it set to like boom, 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 like go back and forth on your ass cheeks. It's nice, dude. My ass feels permanently clean. Why wouldn't I want to shower for my ass every time I shit? Like, are you kidding me? Sometimes I don't even shit, but I do it because I'm like, why not clean my ass? I won't lie, I think I have actually ruined toilets for myself because whenever I go to a toilet now that doesn't have a bidet, I legit feel like I have
a panic attack.
I legit feel like, how am I supposed to wash my ass clean? Wipe it? Are you kidding me? I'm not an animal. I don't touch that area. And the shitting experience is also godlike. I actually look forward to taking a shit. I can't wait to crack open the bidet and just feel amazing. Crack open the
bidet with the boys.
Crack open the bidet, you know, and just have a great fucking time.
So yeah, bidets. So I'm not joking. A bidet is a really important thing about life in Japan. I think that is the most important thing I value about my life in Japan. Being able to shit like a king is really important, and it doesn't matter which area you live in, a supermarket, a combini, any place you go, they have clean toilets and bidet, and that is just heavenly. Like when you travel to a different country or start living in a different country, you will miss this aspect of life in Japan. The bidet is a really important thing that helps you be comfortable in a country, and shitting is not that much talked about, but it's really important. So let me know in the comments below if you're someone who appreciates bidet as much as I do. Certainly the Trash Taste boys, they talk about a lot about the bidet and how shitting like a king is important, and I agree. This is a big aspect of our life in Japan, how clean the toilets are and how important the bidet is. But enough about bidets. Let me know in the comments below if you agree about the different reasons I just talked about, and if you have other reasons to move to Japan and live in Japan, and also questions about life in Japan. Anything is okay. I'll cover them in a future video, and I hope this series helps you out. And definitely I'll see you in the next video.